Hello, everyone. I'm Lottie Ann, and welcome to my live uh, video. You can follow me. This is my place, my craft area where I make my special products for my craft shows. And right now, I'm finishing up this lovely shoulder bag. It's a small shoulder bag. And to make this shoulder bag, it comes in two panels. All right, we make the two panels and then we sew them together and it ends up looking like this one. So, um, all my shoulder bags are hot sellers. And so I'm finishing this one up. And you can watch me if you like. Or I can reverse this camera so you guys can see me. I think it's this one. As you know, I'm using a document camera. No, it's upside down now. Okay. I just want you guys to see me the right side up. Not sure. No, this is not right. Why is it looking upside down? Okay. I think this is the right way. I'm gonna adjust my camera. Just bear with me. All right. Okay, it's a lot better now. So I used a counter guide and I do have my pattern book because I don't have everything memorized. But I'm gonna start with the decrease. So I'm actually in row 30. So let me click this to 30. And this is just my guide. So I go along and I read it. Chain 1, single crochet in the next 37. Skip the first single crochet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Chain 1, turn it around. And I'm going to skip the first single crochet and we single crochet in 37. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to do 30 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let me pull some of this yarn so I have some slack here. Another 10 will make 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's 20. 10 more makes 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 makes 30. So I already did the first 7. So that's 37. And according to this pattern, it says to do 1 slip stitch So we are going to do one slip stitch in the next chain. Then we're going to do my clicker to row 37. Row 37, sister chain and turn. Skip the first single crochet and single crochet in the next 31 stitches. So we're going to skip this very first one and we're going to go into the next. So it's 31 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to pull some of this yarn. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then 30. And then we do one slip stitch at the end. And the next stitch is a slip stitch. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, so now we are on row 32. And we're going to do a shell in the next single crochet. Then you skip the next single crochet and you shell in the next single crochet. So I should have 15 shells. And we do a 15 shells. Let me double check. Then we do a slip stitch in the first 2 single crochet, slip stitch in the first single crochet. 15 shells. All right. So we skip the first single crochet. We skip it and we do a shell. So to do a shell, we do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Guys didn't see that. Single crochet in the same space. Skip another space and we do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same space. So it's going to start looking like that. Skip the next stitch, go into the next stitch, single crochet, then you chain 2 and you single crochet in the same space, and that makes a shell. Skip 1, go into the next single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same space, and skip the next stitch, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same space. That makes a shell. You guys can see it. All right, and you have to have 15 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I made. Let's do another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's a total of 10 right now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip the next stitch. Going to the next. That's this 11. 12. 13. 14. And the last one is 15. So there's 15. And we're going to chain 1 and flip over your project onto the next row. So these are shell. This is the shell stitch. Okay, clicker to row 33. Chain 1 and turn, single crochet into the first 2 space. So that's the very first one. So we're going to single crochet into it. And then we're going to do a shell in the next single crochet. Right. So at the end, you'll have 13 shells. So this is one shell. I'm going to pull you a little forward so I don't have to, so you guys can see me better. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then the last stitch, we're going to do a single, the last shell, you're going to do a single crochet. So you begin with a single crochet in the first shell. This is 13. Okay, as we decrease, we're going to do 11 shells in the next row. In row 34. So we chain 1 and then we turn. And then we're going to single crochet in the first shell. And then we start our shell in the second one. So we're going to have 11 shells. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then the last shell, is that right? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the last shell, we're going to do a single crochet. Just like that. And because we're decreasing, it's supposed to look like that. Okay. All right. So let me share. This is such a pretty yarn that I'm using. Okay, I'm sharing you with the yarn that I'm using. And I got it at Walmart. And I bought a bunch of them when they went, they really went on a huge sale. So one of those skeins are actually $14.95, but they were selling it for $1.20. So I bought a lot of the yarn. But let me show you guys. See how this one is made half. I'm actually around the decrease. I'm starting the decrease right here in this row. And that's where I am with the second panel. I'm starting the decrease in that area. All right, so the next row will be 35. And we're going to do row 35 is single crochet in the chain 2 space. And then in the first shell, 2 single crochets. And then in the next shell, 2 single crochet. All right. So we just repeat. And we have to do 19. Yes, 19 single crochets. So we do it into the first single crochet in the chain 2 space of the first, and then 2 single crochet in the next shell. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And then we're going to slip stitch in the last shell. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, row 36. As you notice, I'm counting. Now, if you want to, if you want your projects not to be crooked, you have to count. You got to teach yourself to count. You either count in your mind or you count out loud. If you're by yourself, like me, I'm by myself right now, and I count every time I'm crocheting because I don't want to. And I also have this, or it's a stitch marker I use sometimes, so I don't get lost in my rounds. But it's good to buy one of these row counters so you don't get lost. And besides, if you want to take a break, you'll know where you ended. So make sure you got this going as you follow your patterns. All right, so the next stitch is 18 single crochet and 1 slip stitch. So we turn. Excuse me, let me get some water. Okay, we're on excuse me. Okay, we're on row and 36. Chain 1, turn, skip, first slip stitch, single crochet in the next 18. So we skip the first slip stitch and we single crochet in the next 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. My tension is getting hard, so let me get some of this yarn up. So I stopped at 10, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No, there's no 9. 7, 8. So it's 18. Slip stitch into the last chain there. So that's 18. Now we're going to do row 37. Chain 1 and turn. You skip the first slip stitch, single crochet in the next 17. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, let me pull some of this. So 10 more will make 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's 17 and a slip stitch on the last chain. You're gonna see it. There's another chain there. You slip stitch into that. Then you chain 1 in turn. So now we're gonna go back and do shells. We're gonna do the next row 8 shells. Then the next row after that is 6 shells, and the next row after that is 4 shells. Okay, so we're gonna go row 38. Repeats row 32. And how we did that is we chained 1 and we turn and we skip the first slip stitch. We shell into the next stitches. So this is the next stitch, and we're going to make a shell. Chain, single crochet, chain 2, and then we single crochet into the same stitch. Skip the next, we go into the next one. Do the same thing, a shell. A shell is single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same space or the same stitch. Okay, we skip the next, go into the next, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet in the same space. And we keep going. Skip, single, chain 2, single, skip, single, chain 2, single. You should have 8, I believe. 8 shells. And make sure you guys count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to slip stitch into the last. I think that's what it says. Yeah. Into the last single crochet. And then chain 1 and turn. So row 39, we repeat what we did. Skip the first slip stitch and shell into the next stitch. So let's do that 1, Am I doing that right? Mm. Shell in the two, the next, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we do shell. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And slip stitch in the last chain. Chain 1. So now we're going to do slip stitch first, a shell, then we do a shell. The remaining 4, which was row 40. Two, 3, and then 4. So we have 4. See, it's narrow. I'm working on a narrow area, heading onto the strap. So in row 41, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet in the first single crochet, and then 2 single crochet across in each shell. So 1 gives you a total of 10. That's my last page. So you should have 10 single crochets. So that was 1, 2, and 3 in the first shell, 3 and 4 in the second, 5 and 6 in the third, 7 and 8 in the fourth, and a single shell in the last stitch is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And then the next 2 more rows, we do 10 single crochets. I pretty much know the pattern. I've made so many of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1. So it's 3 rows of 10 single crochets. 1, 2, this is the third time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1. So you can see the strap is narrow. It's getting narrow. So we're going to do a shell. 1. It's 4 shells. 2, 3, and then 4. Do a half. There you go. Chain 2. We do the last 4th shell. You're gonna do a half double crochet in the last single crochet, and when you turn, you're gonna chain 2, and then we do a shell. We repeat the shell again for 3 rows, and then we alternate with the 3 single crochet rows, and you do it 5 times. Okay, I think that was the third one. Oops. That didn't look right. And do the last shell right. Chain 2. I forgot the single crochet in the same space. Then do the half double crochet in the row, chain 2. And then we are, let's see, 1, 2, one more row of, gotta make sure that's 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and a half double crochet in the last chain. Right, I'm going to chain 1. So there was 3 rows of shells. Now we're going to do 3 rows of single crochet and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, pull white thread here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, and wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That was 2 rows. One more row makes 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's the 3 rows of single crochet. We chain 2 because we're going to start doing the shell. So we chain 2. The next chain is a shell. It's 1, skip the next stitch, do the second shell, skip the next stitch, do the third shell, skip the next stitch, do the fourth shell, and then we do a half double crochet in the last chain. Chain 2, turn. So you can see it's getting longer. My yarn, I need to pull some out because of the tension. So we chain 2, make a shell on it inside the top of that shell, another one on top of the second shell. Right. And once you get the hang of this shoulder bag, you can make a lot of them really fast. And we've got to do one more row of the shell. Two, third shell, then the fourth shell. Single crochet half. So it's 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now we go back to the single crochet. First single crochet in the first chain, 2 single crochet in each shell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, And the last one is 10. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. One more row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 3 rows of single crochet. Looking pretty. Now we do the shell. Chain 2. And just repeat that pattern. Second shell. Third shell. Fourth shell. And a half double crochet. Chain 2. This is the second one. Second row of shell. 2, 3, and 4, and half double crochet, chain 2, right, and we do a shell. This is actually the third row of this shell. I think this is my favorite part of making this bag is the strap, because it's so easy to go back and forth with 3 rows of shell and 3 rows of single crochet, and I love the challenge of doing it. Okay, that's 2 rows of the shell. One more row of the shell. Chain 2, shell. On top of the other shell. On top of the third shell. And then the last. Then we half double crochet. 3 shells. Chain 1. Now we're going to do single crochets. So in this row, single crochet, 10 of them. First is 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet in each of the shell. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1 and turn. Second row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chain 1. All right, that was 2 rows. So we do the third row. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is really nice. 1, 2, 3. So if we match it together, let me just open. pull that loop. Take a break for a minute. Okay, so this is half panel. And then the other half is going to be right next to it. So it's going to become a very pretty bag. I really like this color. It's nice. All right, so as you can see, we're going to sew these together, and then the strap will be sewn together. And what's good about this stitch is that you can't see through it. It's very thick. My auntie in Hawaii gave me this pattern, and she sells a lot of these in her craft shows in Hawaii. And I'm starting to sell a lot of them here in California. So, all right, so we're still finishing up this strap. I think I have like 1, 2, 3, and then another 4, and then gotta make sure. I extended this strap because I wanted to go over my shoulders. So you gotta make sure that they're even. All right, so another shell and another 3 single crochet rows, and that will be it. So let's do the shell. You don't want the strap too long, right? So I'm going to do another row of shell, chain 2, and then we do shell in the first, skip 1, go into the next shell, go into the next, skip, and to the last. Keep wanting to sit back. All right, so I'm almost done with this one. Row 2 of shell. And now shell, chain 2. I remember when my mom was really crocheting a lot. She's very fast. And she didn't like reading patterns. She did it all in her head. I don't know how she does it. Or I don't think she liked reading patterns. Whereas my auntie in Hawaii, she's in the late 80s and she reads patterns like me. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And she's the last sibling that's alive from the 6 already passed, and she's the very last one. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I did, wait, let's see. 1, 2, oh, one more shell row. Right? 1, 2, no, I already did the shell row. That's right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna do one shell. No, not one, a single crochet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, and 10. Right. Let me see where I ended. Because I think I ended with the 2. 1 and 2. Yep. All right, that completes this project right here. So let me get the scissors. Where is my scissors? Now, where did it go? Anyway, I've been on live for 45 minutes. I can't find my... I'll just get it out of this one. Okay, so I'm going to leave a little long strap. Okay. And we get our tapestry needle. Get the big one. All right, so we are going to make sure I sew the bottom, I sew into the ends. You know, when I was young, for about a whole year, I watched my mom crochet. She never gave me the crochet hook and the yarn. She made me watch. And then when I turned 8, then she allowed me to have the hook and the crochet hook. All right, so what we're going to do, gonna put these together, line them up. And what I usually do is I do the strap first. Oh, this side has one, but that's okay. We can use both sides. All right, so. By the way, I'm Lottie, and I am live in my crochet channel and my main channel. So I have 2 streams that are going live. It's the same video right now. And I use Talk Studio, streamlabs.com. You can upgrade to the Pro and pay $17 a month, or you can have the basic and pay $9 a month. So that's very cheap compared to StreamYard. Or the other one too. What's the other one called? Mini Lab, Mini. I don't know what it is, but I've always liked Melon, and Melon has been taken over by Talk Studio Streamlab. So what I do is I take the 2 loops on the top, and I go in and out, back and forth to sew it. Gotta make sure I can see. Like that. Last 2. And I'm going to go back this way. Then tie it that way and this way. And cut. And then I'll take the other side and I'll sew it double force. And I just double force it. And I just go back and forth. All right. Then I'll go in, and then I'll go out, and go back in again, and then close it and tie it. There you go. Like that. All right, so to sew the bottom, I don't know if I want to sew it. You can sew it by hand or you can just crochet it. I like to take the two bottom panels, and I don't have a clip here, but I can use these. I'm just gonna take two tapestry needles just to clip it for me. All right. And I'll make sure it's equal. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to single crochet it all the way around, and I take the top two loops. Now you can sew it by hand if you like, but I think I'm just going to do it this way because it's faster. And I don't want to use, I'm going to switch over to my smaller hook. This one is a J. I started with an I, so I'm going to probably just get the G or the H. I'll just use the H. All right, okay. And after I'm done with it, I still got a lot left. Let me stand up so I pull my dress down. Okay, everyone. I'm almost done with this, and I just want to finish it up, and then I'll end this live stream. But thank you for coming and watching my YouTube channel. I want everybody to know yesterday I worked really hard on a brand new website called Naughty Yarn Creation by Ladia Ann, and there's a link to it. And I worked on that website the whole day, and it's operated by AI. So it's a really nice layout. I got this by watching a YouTube video with Creative Hive, and she is a very top entrepreneur. She makes a lot of money. But I got that hosting website for $2.99, $3.99 a month, and so I paid for 4 years. And it was really cheap. Okay, so and canceled my Tip Top website because I couldn't do much with that website because it's so manual that it's no AI technology. There's none. So I switched to a better website. And this one is an e-commerce website. Don't really even have to work hard. It's all put together. And I was so impressed. Okay, so I'm making single crochets, but I have to make sure that they are, that's why I have it hooked there. I got to make sure it's lined up because you don't want it to be crooked. So I just gonna do it this way. I think my auntie in Hawaii just does the single crochets in between, and it's faster. And I, with me, my auntie doesn't put a edging, but I do a reverse single crochet to make it look really nice. A reverse single crochet. Let me show you a sample of it. Okay, see this phone holder right here. The top part right here, as you can see, is a reverse single crochet. Makes it look very nice and tight and professional looking. So that's why I like it. All right, so make sure this is equaled. I gotta raise this up. It's getting a little too heavy. All right, I gotta make sure it's equal to, that it's lining up. I don't want to go crooked. Well, I have to take everything out. I don't want to do that. But that has happened to me. I had to take everything out, redo the whole thing. That's the way I am. I want it to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, I'll check it all out. Oop. Okay, this is going good. And I'm doing this lining in the inside. I'm getting close to that. Wait, make sure it's lined up. Yes. Okay. I try to get the single crochets very close to each other. It's starting to look really nice. I'm gonna do the bottom part. I can pull that one out. Okay, now we're in the middle. It's weird color variation down in the bottom of the bag. And it's lining up just the way I like it. Okay. So this one ends here. And please hold it down with whatever you need to do, a clamp or Maybe use one of your tapestry needles because you don't want the bottom to look crooked and uneven. You're going to tell yourself, I got to take it all out. Okay, now I can take out this other one. I'm going to have my guide right there. And it's like I have to use my muscles. Like a dentist. Reminds me of the dentist how they have to have a hold of a tooth. If you have to have really strong hands to pull. It's the same as going through multiple yarn stitches like this. Trying to, oh my gosh. I gotta make sure I'm matching this one too. Okay. Have it together with this too. I really got to use my muscles. You know what? I'm going to put a tapestry needle for this part as my guide so I don't go off the same color, but I'm almost done. Oh my gosh. Let's go to this one first, then do the next. Okay. Okay, now I can take that one off. I am almost done, and then I'll do my shoulder bag trimming. Get stuck, I gotta. All right. Just do one more. Okay. This bag is all sewn. It's actually done. Now this one, how did I do this one? Okay, this one I sewed it. This one I crocheted it. So if I put it on this side, just make sure it's lined up. Let's see if I want to keep it that side or should I put it the other way? You know what? I'm going to do it the opposite way. And that is this way. I think it's prettier. It's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to do the reverse stitch on both sides. And this bag is going to be done. But I'm going to sew in the ends. And I'm going to keep this part on the outside. I think it looks prettier. All right, where's my scissors? And then we go on the other side. I think that strap is too long. All right, so we will sew in the other way. Put a little knot there. Then we can go in and out, and then we're done. And I think that's good right there. I'll never see it again. All right. This is beautiful how it turned out. Now I'm going to do a reverse single crochet around. Gonna move this. And I still got a lot of leftovers. I'll make sure. Now, I like to go tighter and smaller when I do the reverse stitch. Let's see if I have it in here. Just the eye. I don't want eye. I want. I have a lot of hooks. All right, I'll put that one back. The blue is in there. Let's take a G. That's not G. That's an H. A little smaller hook. That's J. Where is the G? This is a 4 point. Oh, that's 5.5. And that is 6. Can't be too small. This one is, I think this one's okay. I can't read what it says. It's 4.0, but I think it'll work. All right, so where do I want to start? I will start in a dark area. And we got to slip stitch. And we're going to leave a long strand. I'm going to turn this camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to slip stitch here. Okay. I'm going to chain. And then we're going to single crochet all the way around. And I did go through a smaller hook to do the edging. I'm gonna pull that strand aside and just sew it in later. And the reason why I went through it to a smaller hook, because it's so much easier to go in between those loops. So you can see I'm not having a hard time. All right, so now I've been crocheting since I was 8 years old. I'm 63 years old now, so I've been doing this for a long time. And if you never learned how to crochet, just watch me. Just watch first before you pick up a hook. That's how I learned. And as soon as I picked up the hook, I knew what I was supposed to do. So, and just practice what I was watching. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My husband's awake because he put the heater on. I would be struggling with a different hook if it was too thick. It's turning out really nice. Now you can keep your edging just like this, but if you wanted to look thicker, nicer, do a reverse single crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna make another video and I'm gonna show you the finished product after this. I have to go because my husband is making a lot of noise. I'll come back and show you guys how to do a reverse uh, single crochet in another video. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Have a nice Saturday. Bye.